The Towson men's basketball team is headed south. The Tiger Basketball Report, presented by the Green Turtle, starts now.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
White Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and is locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How can you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome, fans, to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, the Tigers headed to UNCW and the College of Charleston this weekend. Thursday against UNCW and then Saturday against Charleston. Two teams that came up here and won against Towson, but in both of those games, you outscored your opponent in the second half. Can you put your finger on why maybe the slow start in the first halves of those two games?
You know, obviously getting ready for Wilmington, I thought we were sluggish early, and then we kept chipping away. We didn't get over the hump. It's going to be crucial. We've spent time on this that we get off to a good start on the road, and I think that starts with taking care of the basketball. They're a team that you want to keep out of transition, and the best way to do that is not turn the ball over. We know it'll be a big crowd down there in Trask Coliseum, and these are always the two best road environments in the conference. Both teams, you're going to get between 4,000 and 5,000 people at the game, so it'll be jumping in there on a Thursday night. But we're excited about the opportunity.
Against Wilmington, the first thing you always got to think about is Devontae Kaycock, because he's one of the best big men in the country. He had 10 and 11 against the Tigers the first time around. But now they've added the point guard Taves, who's kind of added a new dimension to that team.
Well, I'd say he's like right now the absolute leading Rookie of the Year guy. He's really passed the ball. We got to make sure that he doesn't get the ball to three-point shooters. They have some guys that can make open shots. Kaycock's tremendous. We're counting on our front court, which has done a good job all year long guarding post guys to do that again. I said on the conference call yesterday after we win another Super Bowl Sunday and Gronk hangs him up, we should sign Kaycock, because this guy, he is a rebounding machine. He's, per 40 minutes, Spiro, he's averaging just over 18 rebounds a game. So this is two teams that like to get after on the backboards, but he's a big piece of why they get after on the backboards.
Then the College of Charleston, when you played them here, Riller and Brantley, two first-team all-conference players with no doubt, combined for 47 points. They had 47 of the 67 points for Charleston. What do you do? I mean, can you beat them even if Riller and Brantley have big games?
I mean, I think, one, they're a good team. They've got a lot of pieces. Those two guys are exceptional offensively. No, I don't know if you can. I think when you study them, when those two guys have had big nights, they've won games, including a big win at VCU, a win over Memphis. So I think the thing is, can you make them take tough shots? I thought here, Riller was great early. He's a tough one-on-one player, and then In the second half, every time we got close, Brantley made a couple big jump shots. He had 7 in a row. One was a 3, 15-footer off the dribble. You know, he's probably as good a forward with the ball as I've seen in the league since Bennerman. You know, he's a little bit better shooter than that, but they both were guys strong physical guys that were good at getting their own shot. That's what makes them difficult. Is late in shot clock, they've got 2 guys that can really create their own shot.
For the Tigers last week, it was a mixed bag. You know, you had the win here against Northeastern and then lost to Hofstra, and we saw that Justin Wright Foreman is as good as any player in the league, obviously. What do you take out of last week?
Yeah, I still think, you know, look, at Thursday was a great effort from us, and what I told the guys on Friday, what I liked about Thursday was we've been harping on mental toughness. This group plays pretty hard, but I thought Thursday we were really mentally tough because when we gave up a lead, we didn't buckle. We didn't buckle defensively, and we were outstanding on the backboards against a team that I still think is going to be as good as anyone in the league in Northeastern. And Saturday I thought Hofstra was really good, and they are really good, and we played poorly, more so because we had some turnovers early, we missed some layups, we missed some free throws, and I thought that really affected us down the other end. And they're a hard team to play catch-up on because of how good they are dribbling and shooting, and they're the best free throw shooting team in the country. And yeah, I do feel like right now, today, that Justin Wright Foreman's an NBA player. He's the best guy I've seen since I've been in the league, and we had a pretty good one a few years back. But that no disrespect to him, that this guy's playing at probably a higher level than anyone else.
And the other big difference in those games against Northeastern, you jumped out to a 9-0 lead. They did come back, but as you said, you know, you guys battle back every time Northeastern would. But you had that cushion when the game started. Against Hofstra, it was the exact opposite. They jumped out to a double-digit lead early, and it's tough, especially against a team that's won 15 straight games, to come back against them like that.
Yeah, I don't think we're built like that. You know what I mean? We're not built to you know, get behind. Good starts are important. You know, it's mental toughness, though. When it's not going well, you know, can we stick to the script, whether it's execution, taking care of the ball, and those things affect our defense. You know, the one thing we've harped on the last couple of days with guys is, you know, we've got so many new guys, but now everyone's played everyone in the league. So I said, you know, now you got to have an edge to you. And we're in 7th place with a chance on Thursday to climb into like 5th place. So for me as a coach, what's exciting now is I get to see, with special guys that are potential returners, what are you really made of? Because these games now coming down the stretch, starting Thursday night, you know the deal. They're all going to be 1 or 2 possession, you know, grinders.
Right. Real quick before we wrap it up, playing teams for the second time, how much easier is it to scout them after you've already played?
Well, I mean, you know, I don't know, it's easier. We have better familiarity. I think the key now is, from a player perspective, they understand personnel better and some of the things we're trying to harp on. And are we mentally tough enough to focus and execute those things?
All right, so the Tigers will play UNCW Thursday night, College of Charleston on Saturday. Famous UNCW alum.
Brett Blizzard, great player. You remember him?
How about John Calipari?
That's a good point. He started there.
He started there. He didn't finish it. College of Charleston, famous alum.
Whew, I worked there. I should know that.
I couldn't come up with anybody. They've never had anybody famous go there.
That's not true. That is not true.
Anyway, that will do it for this edition of the Tiger Basketball Report, presented by the Green Turtle. For the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Have a great week, and as always, go Tigers.